Hello everybody and welcome to LMM. You'll see that I have returned to my standard shed attire. No more of the smart thing for me. No, that was a once-off rare occasion. Happens maybe once a year at best. Back to normal. Welcome to What's Broken Now? So I know what you're thinking, but Lawrie, why are you doing a What's Broken Now and you're not in the shed? You're in such a cosy looking environment. Well, my dear viewers, I am in the shed. Welcome to the den. So I have a small confession for you, and that is this month we have done absolutely nothing on any of the vehicles. And when I say absolutely nothing, I really do mean it. If you're looking for vehicle related antics, I'm afraid this month is not the month for you. What have we been doing then? I hear you ask, because I assume at this point you've realised the run time of this video is a bit longer than me just saying, we ain't done nothing. What we have done is a well overdue and comprehensive upgrade of the shed. That's right, we have made massive changes to the shed, which are going to make things a lot better for us to work in and a lot better for you guys to enjoy in the future. Things are getting a lot better. And it has been a very exciting watching plans that we have had for a very long time now. We're talking 6 months or longer, finally come to fruition. So that's good. It has also taken a phenomenal amount of time. We all had a vague idea of how long this upgrade was going to take, and we were going to do it over Christmas and all put in a lot of time. And we have been at the shed a lot over Christmas. And well, over December as a whole, and it's we're still working on it. But for now, allow me to introduce you to this lovely space that we call the den. We have a very nice settee here. There are a couple of comfortable seats that are just out of shot, and I'll drop in a GV of those now for you to enjoy. And we have things like reading material over here, where we have a book on a Ford Cortina, the Talbot Alpine area, and the Talbot, lots of the Haynes. Why? This all came from Trev. Trev has bought a lot of stuff for the shed. He's bought books and he has bought an entire shelf worth of die-cast toys. Why he has bought 2 Haynes manual of the same car is absolutely beyond me. These are all vehicles that we do not have and are all totally useless. And what else do we have? Oh! Rover 3500. This is the SD1. This is where the engine for my Lotus has come from. So there might well be interesting information in here. I literally did not even know this was a thing. Oh, there's stuff on the gearbox. The gearbox on mine is horrendous. And I'm sure this is the gearbox from it. The shed has plenty of reading material now. We've also done some decorating upgrades. For instance, you can just see a bit of the Toyota flag and the Lotus flag, which are now flying in pride of place, showing the general group's love of Toyota and our appreciation of Lotus and what the Lotus could eventually be.
Hey, Lawrie, I like the glow pictures. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're really nice, aren't they?
But you do know that Australia's on its side.
What? Oh, for God's sake! Matt does this because he knows it upsets me. I don't have OCD, but this is enough to give me OCD. I come in here every time and one panel of the world is just on its side or upside down. No. There we go, that's lovely. And there is a gigantic monster starting to make its way into Europe. Just there we go. And there's this, yeah, that's fine. We dealt with that. Moving across and round the rest of the shed, we have a whiteboard where we're going to be able to put up notes of what works and what doesn't work, and leave notes to each other like, please for the love of God, do not try to start anything. There is also the shelf. We have a calendar that has vintage lorries on it. Most excitingly though, we now have a computer, we have a television / monitor, and a PS2. We can watch DVDs, we can play old computer games like Colin McRae Rally and Need for Speed Underground. The games that we grew up with, and now we can rekindle that lost youth. We also now have the ability to go online.
Hello everybody. So for those of you on Discord wondering who the shed is and when I said all will be revealed, ta-da!
Now is the shed on Discord. So that's exciting. So this area is really quite nice. As you can also see, hidden away there, there's a couple of heaters, so we can warm this area up in the middle of winter, because you can see it is cold. So we can make this area nice and warm. We have a couple of curtains that come down to shield us from the rest of the shed. And basically, we have made ourselves a really, really nice area. We have food and drink. We've got a fridge coming there as well. That's awesome. So this all started off with what we like to call the grand tidy up. We have done a lot of moving stuff around and tidying up, which has opened up a lot of opportunities for us. With all this reclaimed space, the shed has been the most tidy it has ever been in our tenancy. We tidied up all of our stuff and everything else, revealing a load more space to put stuff. The first thing to happen was the construction of the den, which involved moving a lot of things out and bringing a lot of things in.
That's okay, actually.
No, you're going to get my developing beer belly in shot.
There's nothing developing about it.
Photoshop a nice hunky dude from like here down. Actually, no, just do it from here. You could just actually
Shall I just
replace the
replace
whole.
you?
Oh yeah. I should wear like a mocap suit, and then you can just like, put something else in there.
Wow, Trev's got pretty.
Trev's an alien.
Should we just put this wall green screen green?
That's what I said. Well, I'm good.
It's fine, I'm just not holding it. Can you just hold that?
Yes, I just need to move all of these chairs and not take out Jeff's feet in the meantime.
Because then I can put some weight on it.
Trev did some... I have no idea what Trev was thinking when he installed this lighting setup.
It's just me.
I'm a twinkly mess right now.
Yeah.
I can't look at Matt, he's just like
I'm just a human cable reel.
blinding me every time he looks at me.
Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm trying to come past. I'm trying to be a YouTuber.
This is what passes for electrical wiring in the LMM shed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Just gaffer taping
John.
lights to a roof.
But these are a load of fairy lights which JM on Cars bought absolutely ages ago to decorate Jupiter with. And they stayed on Jupiter for about 6 months, and they've been kicking around in the shed ever since. But now, wonderful ambient lighting. So thank you, JM on Cars. You have made the den lovely. As part of our big tidy up, we have reorganised everything. All our tools, all our supplies, everything has been brought together into one concise area. We now have a very dedicated work area. Everything has been organised onto these shelves, which you've probably seen in the back of shots before. But now we have grease things and lubricating things, cleaning products, PPE and cleaning things for us. Underneath that, we have coolant and fuel. So we have jerry cans. Over here at the bottom, we've got the red heads. We have painting and cleaning for painting supplies, air tools, and for some reason, let's say already people have put stuff back in the wrong place. Joining materials, glue, tape, bits. Where the workbench goes, the compressor lives next door. We have over here the storage of all our oils, which are all along here. Storage for the things, the ramps, distilled water, electrical tools like chargers, spanners and sockets, spanner sets and socket sets the other side, random assorted sets of tools, drill bits, on the other side of power tools, and then spare parts up here. And thanks to Jeffrey, we've now got a tool chest.
Hacksaw blade. Yes.
Look, all the stuff is very important for karting at some point.
Matches.
Yeah, I can't remember why.
What's that?
What's that? You see, it's very no.
Why have you kept all this absolute garbage?
I didn't. That's in the junk toolbox.
Why do you have a junk toolbox?
Because we got a good toolbox. And went, we don't need all this junk anymore.
Now, most normal people, Jeffrey, go, right, we'll throw out everything then, rather than we'll keep the junk.
You know, we might need some
Junk.
guys.
Some absolutely useless junk.
Oh, and then the piece de resistance. So, right, that piece can go back in there. So when we open up this, and there's just more tact. Who the hell needs instructions for a caliper?
I don't know, but you
No,
still
no.
use that caliper. So it's-
Oh, well, there you go. They're yours to look after. Okay,
why is it in tatters?
it's fine. Ready? Box of memories.
My memories.
That's surprisingly satisfying. That was satisfying.
Look, baby bottles are very useful for measuring oil.
Tact. Broken tools.
Look,
Yeah.
some people also have toolboxes which didn't come out of fires.
And now we've joined that elusive club. Where did you find your toolbox? You're not far ahead. I feel like you should probably tell us the story of how you got this out of the fire. Did you run into a burning building and recover it?
No, not burning building. It was a burning awning. Someone's awning caught fire at a motorsport event, and they went, well, everything in there is ruined, so they chucked it in the bin. And then we're like, that looks good. Then picked it up and repainted it.
I literally have no words.
Laurie's very happy. He's now able to fill his new box with all his new tools.
Oh, there's a double level of tools. Oh, there's two. No, there's one there actually. I forgot about this one. Oh, this is very exciting. So I'm going to have flatheads here, flatheads here, and let's see how many weeks that's lasting. Look at that. That's thinking of the team. This is so much better. I'm so happy. I honestly could cry. I'm so happy. That can go in there with that position towards it. Then it's a whole tray I've not used. I didn't even.
How do you miss that?
I don't know. I didn't even clear it out. Found a whole unused tray of tools. I can knives. Maybe knives going. There are two things that we are critically short of in the shed. One of those is sockets. In every single clip you see where we are using a power tool, there is an extension cable snaking its way across the shed to one of the 4 sockets in here. It has made life very difficult. And equally, lighting. I know a lot of you guys have complained that in some of the shots inside the shed, you guys are like, can't see what's going on. Well, frankly, neither can we. The lighting in here is shocking, and it's not helped by the big red thing over there which doesn't move. That blocks a lot of light. So, we have done a big upgrade.
So at the minute we've just cut all of the wire to length in the shed and had a little panic attack where we nearly ballsed it up rather royally.
Because there's a big pile of wire there now.
Yeah, so we are just in, so we had to cut a 20 metre length as the last length we had to do, and there was 20 metres left on the reel, bang on.
It was tight.
Yeah, and we've got about 4 metres of wastage or so, but that all seems good to me. Just marking them up so we know where they go, and...
Well, so we're being organised, so there should be on there.
It's a J.
There's a J, and then there's a piece of paper over there.
Which we will lose.
Which we all lose. A piece of paper down there, which has a diagram that I don't understand on it. But you understand it because you drew it.
Yeah.
Pile of stuff.
Yeah, we'll go through and we'll make sure there's a letter there for everything, and then we should be good.
This reminds me of the wiring loom for Red Reef at the moment. Only,
Yes, I could have made them out a little bit more sensible, couldn't
only the wiring loom for Red Reef is never going to work again.
I? This might.
Yeah.
That looks like an awful tangle of wires up there.
Which ones? Ours or just?
The ones you just dropped on the floor.
Yes, they are. Tangled.
It's a really strange angle to film you from.
Hi. Oh, I've got me. Oh, cable ties and gloves don't mix. It would only be worse if I was working at height, and then my fear of heights would kick in and I wouldn't be able to do anything. So, for doing these things, we've got small ladder, which is what I'm about to go up to, then a medium ladder, and then to get right to the top, the big ladder. So we should start on with double negative, so underneath the ladder cancels itself out, no bad luck. I can now go up here to mount the first piece here, so I can't reach on that ladder.
What about when you're on the next ladder? Because then you'll only be under one ladder. So that will be bad luck when you're on the middle one.
And it's a real sketchy ladder as well. Oh dear. But if there's a ladder underneath me, that cancels it out, right?
No. It's only being under a ladder which is bad luck.
Yeah, but I'm under a ladder over a ladder. So, Jupiter is actually being generally useful as a set of steps. So this cable up here over the top. In actual fact, it might actually hook on, which is very nice. Come on, over you go. Over you go. It's not sketchy at all. Move a bit more to you. And then go forward. Right, walk it forward. Walk it. Walk it. Here we have some of the original lighting in the shed, which, as you see when we get a bit closer, that's a chock block, connector block, just hardwired into a light bulb socket with bare wire, and then that's the light bulb hanging there. This is the. What are those joins? They're just. That is not a ring main. That is horrific. The wire has just been spliced and held together with tape. This is what we're aiming to.
So you've got 230 volts.
230 volts. Tape holding it apart, and then it goes off around there, and it just disappears somewhere. And I've got no idea where it goes. It just disappears out over there somewhere, and it's gone forever.
So what we're doing at the minute, we're making brackets to hang the lights and the sockets off of, because we don't really want to drill into the big old concrete. So what we've got in a minute, I'm just marking out holes to drill through these as end caps. So that's like so. And then we'll stick one of those blocks on the middle there, and then we can mount something on all four sides.
Oh, which you have already drilled.
Yes, those are already holding.
I want to point out that this is actually all Matt's brainchild. He has done a lot of thinking for the good of the shed.
So, I went to a scrapyard in my dream to get bits for the Micra.
Yeah.
Do you want to know who the proprietor of the scrapyard was?
Was it me?
No, it was Snoop Dogg.
That's a brilliant
Genuinely
dream.
had to get a barter with Snoop Dogg over a set of headlamps and some heat control dials for him to say Micra.
Yo, dog.
Connected because this box hasn't got lower connections. It's one of these which uses a buzz bar that's hidden, right? So you can't connect into it below the trips. Yeah. So I connected our new line, because it's got its own trip, I connected it in above the RCD. So what was happening was, it was detecting that voltage on the loop back to the wrong side of the RCD, so it was tripping it. You'll probably find those USB plugs will work now.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably. Because it was doing load, wasn't it?
Do you want to disconnect us and we'll give it a go?
Yeah, I'll switch it off. Put them back in circuit. So my bet is it'll work now.
So does the counter work?
No. Well, it might do. It might do actually.
Yeah. Do you want to swap? Wiring is complicated. That's what I've learned today.
So, thanks to the brainchild of Matt, who has spent an awful amount of time planning this out, researching everything, and ordering all the components, we have now got sockets everywhere. You can see them behind me here, they're over there, and for the first time in LMM history, the light that's illuminating me is plugged into the wall. Admittedly, the cable is totally taut. You can't go past the light, but out of principle, we are not using extension cables, and that, my friends, is glorious. Gone are the days of extension leads in the shed. It also means that every single vehicle in the shed will now have a battery charger on it. That's right, a smart charger, making sure that no more of my batteries die, which will save us money. And that is superb. There are now 2 sockets on every single one of the pillars inside the shed, plus the ones here, and plus 4 over by our new workbench area. which is the other cool thing. We have made space for a workbench. That probably won't appear for a couple of months because we still got to build it, but we've made a plan for a workbench big enough for 3 of us to be working on with vices. We've got a blast cabinet as well, so that's going to go on there, and a couple other little goodies that we can actually use to make things easier for all of us, which is awesome. And of course, lighting. Matt has also thought of that. Here you see one of the lighting rigs that is going on every single pillar in the shed. Gone are the days of darkness and you guys not being able to see what we're doing. And frankly, now we'll be able to see what we're doing. We might actually make some progress with stuff. Now, you can see it's on a little wooden frame and this clamps around the concrete pillars in the shed. Now, we haven't actually installed these things yet. There is a big pile of them ready to be mass installed over the next few weeks. So when you next see what's broken now, everything should be different because it's going to be illuminated. That's going to be really good. Oh, and of course, there is one small other upgrade that we've done. We've got a ramp! It doesn't work quite yet, but it is now installed and bolted to the floor in the shed. Yes, an actual 4-post lift. That's what we have. It's a proper lift with, you can just see below me, we've got the wheel-free bars as well. We have everything now to set this up. It's just taken a little longer than we thought because the concrete in here was exceptionally hard to get through. It's taken us about 6 hours to drill these holes. This ramp is not going anywhere. There's also the small problem of we need the bolts to connect the lift to the motor. So you've got the mechanism that goes up and down, which pulls all the cables that lift this. And the guys who came to help install it forgot the bolts. So everything apart from that, it's ready to go. The mechanism goes up and down. It just doesn't lift this yet. And until we do that, we can't put the rest of it together. But it is in place and it is absolutely going to revolutionize everything for us and what we can do. Just simple things like servicing a car, being able to inspect a car and working on things. One of the first things I'm going to do on this is I'm going to bring the MR2 on and rip off the entire exhaust system and put a new one on. No more scrambling on the ground for us. No, we are actually a proper little workshop. This is amazing. A proper little ramp. We are very lucky. And I'd like to take this opportunity to just thank our landlord. Thank you so much for letting us be in here and letting us install this and have the den. Thank you. You have no idea how happy it makes us. It's just mega. But that's it, guys. This is huge for us. We've got a massive amount of stuff we can do now. So as you can probably tell, I am quite excited. In fact, the entire group of LMM is excited by this. So we're going to be doing a lot more in the future with stuff like this. Over the next couple of weeks, we have the lighting brackets that Matt's made. The pile of them are to go up on all the pillars around here. We have to put the switches on, and that's it. Like I said, we're running the power. The light's here. Again, no extension cables, illuminating me. We have a dedicated switch for this, so this will run. It's mega, this. It's really, really cool. So that's it, guys. I appreciate it's a very different What's Broken Now. I promise next month we will actually feature cars again. So apologies for that. But it has been a long time coming, this, a lot of planning. And what's broken now this month? We fixed the shed. That's something you don't normally say. Like, we've achieved something. We've made this place better. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed seeing us achieve something and make this space even better so we can do even more for you guys. In the meantime, please, guys, like, subscribe, and thank you all for subscribing. We're on 21,000 subscribers now. You guys are amazing. We're loving the fact that you guys are enjoying what we do. Like, we can't believe it. I know I keep saying this, when we started this, we had no idea. I mean, we didn't even dare dream we'd get this big. And it's getting bigger every day. So thank you very much. We are truly honored that you guys enjoy what we do this much. It's awesome. So please share the video and us with your friends. Help us get even bigger, because let's see how big we can grow. It's amazing. And leave a comment. Let us know what you think of the new improved shed. And that's it. So if you've enjoyed this, how about clicking down here somewhere for the last What's Broken Now, where we looked at what we've done all of this year, or click, you know, down there somewhere, and that's for the recent special, for the 20k special, where we talk a bit about who the LMM team are. So yeah, subscribe guys, and I'm going to try and hold the LMM logo here. Jeffers has given me size of how big we think it is. Yeah, like that? Like that? Yeah, that's that. Cool. Subscribe, pressing this thing here.